Most reviews go over a week or two run, first impression or bench test. This one lasted over 1,000 days. We spent 3 years together, every day, thousands of hours. And today I want to tell you how it went. So let's dig in. This is my 15-inch 2023 MacBook Air with M2 chip. At the time, 3 years ago, I maxed it out at 24GB of RAM. You can get up to 32 now. And I went with 512GB of storage capacity. Full disclosure, this is my second Air. I had the 13-inch M2 model for a year before this 15-inch model was released. I just wanted a bigger screen. Other than that, I knew exactly what I was getting. Anyway, that was then. We were just getting to know each other. Scroll forward 3 years of heavy daily use and I'm still blown away how well this laptop held up. And I mean across the board in terms of performance, durability, battery life, you name it. The design, the build quality, the fit and finish, it's all unmistakably Apple. But what's really amazing is that somehow, even after 3 years since release, it does not feel dated at all. Anyway, let's go back 1,000 days. First impressions are often the ones that last. There are 4 things that surprised me right off the bat and stayed true over time. Number 1, build quality. Everything is great when new, right? Well, 1,000 days later, nothing really changed. This laptop is as solid today as it was when I first took it out of the box. There's no flags anywhere, no creaks, no port degradation. The hinge is perfect. It's all Apple. It passes that open with one finger test. There's no bounce and the screen just stays put, no matter how ridiculously shaky my train commute is. If you're in New York and you happen to ride commuter rail, you know exactly what I mean. Number 2, display quality. The True Tone is an amazing and still a very underrated feature of Apple Display Tech. In technical terms, it uses the camera to read the light conditions around you, and then it adjusts the screen's color temperature and brightness to match that. But I wouldn't be honest if I didn't say it takes a minute to get used to it and appreciate its genius. I didn't know if I liked it at first, but I just decided to stick with it to see what the deal was. What I remember is realizing one day that my eyes were not hurting after staring at my screen for several hours. So if you're still unsure, give it a shot. It really does help reduce the eye strain and soften the blue glow. And obviously you can always turn it off if you require that super strict color accuracy. The third surprise was speakers. Typical laptop speakers are not supposed to be good, right? They're just there. Well, these are different. This 15-inch variant has a 6-speaker system and they are absolutely fantastic. The sound is crisp and clear, be it music or video. And the larger screen is excellent for watching shows and movies. Simply great. And number 4, microphone. Another afterthought in every non-Apple laptop I used. I guess we're not supposed to use built-in microphones unless it's an emergency. Well, the microphone array in this laptop is phenomenal, and it's well regarded for its sound quality. I've taken calls on my train, coffee shops, hotels, and airports when fiddling with my AirPods just was not a fast option. I never had a complaint about sound quality or that people couldn't hear me. Now let's talk about performance. It's fast. Apps launch instantly and it handles a lot of open apps, from heavy hitters like Final Cut and Motion, which sometimes I forget to close, to more basic stuff like Calendar, Mail, Notes, Reminders, and Safari. And then I throw in Teams, which is a power hog. It's so inefficient. And after that, I open a few Excel files. And you know, we're good. Keyboard. 1,000 days of typing and the keys are still as comfortable and as quiet as on day one. There's no rattle or wobble. The key travel is just right and it's very satisfying. By the way, did you notice that all base keys on all Apple keyboards are the same size and the same distance from each other? And that's really not about look and more about feel. It simply means that I don't have to adjust when I switch from my laptop to my Mac's keyboard at home and then to my iPad's Magic Keyboard, which explains why I cannot type on my generic keyboard at work. Next, Trackpad. Gold standard, silky smooth and precise and responsive. No one's beaten Apple on trackpads, and somehow it recognizes just my fingers and not other parts of me. Meanwhile, my work-issued, also 2023 model Surface trackpad feels completely unpredictable. I'm practically afraid to touch that trackpad. It will do things I cannot publicly share. Battery. I keep it at 80% charging limit and I never use low battery mode. And the battery lasts forever. Starting at 80%, I can easily go 2 days without charging. I mean, I will roll into my house with 2% left at the end of day 2, but so what? And after 3 years of heavy use, I don't really feel any degradation in the battery performance. It feels totally fine. Now let's talk about the screen. This 15.3-inch screen hits the sweet spot for me. Working with 2 apps side by side is the foundation of my workflows. This is how I make sense of my day. Seeing 2 things at once is how I get things done. Would I want the screen to be an inch larger? Sure, but this works. MagSafe. MagSafe is one of those features that you don't really think about until it saves your laptop from flying across the room. Now let's talk about gripes. Frankly, I only have 2 big complaints: the screen brightness and the support for only 1 external display. I don't really care about ports or SD card slot, but I want the screen to be brighter than 500 nits. I don't even care about the refresh rate or OLED. I just need it brighter because using this baby outside in full sun with sunglasses on is not super memorable. And if you're also using the desk setup, this older M2 model only supports 1 external monitor. However, if you're getting the M4 or the latest M5, you can plug in 2 6K monitors in addition to the laptop screen. I have a Mac Mini sitting on my desk, so that's not an issue for me. Otherwise, it would probably be the only reason for me to upgrade. So if you ask me, is it still worth buying this in 2026? Here's what I think. This laptop served me very well over the past 3 years, and I'm looking forward to more. I 100% love a shiny new thing as much as the next guy, but I'm also a very practical person. This laptop works great and it's fully paid off. And because I take care of my stuff, it looks fantastic and it feels like brand new. Then throw Apple Care in and it can really last. So should you go for an M2 model? If you're like me and you need a reliable, solid, and portable daily companion laptop, this one's for you. If your workflows are centered around productivity suite of apps, this one's for you. And even if you need heavy video and graphics editing, but need a light machine to work when on the go, this one's also for you. The short answer is yes, if you can find one in good condition, since it was released a while ago. But the point I'm trying to make is that you don't need to go hunting for an M2 model. If this M2 is so good, it means that anything above it will be better. And that means you don't need the most recent model with the latest chip. Just do yourself a favor, go 1 generation down and get the Apple refurbished model from their store. You will compromise absolutely nothing on performance or condition or warranty and support. And if you have the Apple Card, you can finance it and get that 3% cash back. In the end, you will come out with a great laptop in your hands and a couple of $100s left in your pocket. This is my longest lasting and a very satisfying relationship with the laptop. I love new tech, I do. But I noticed that I am not at all tempted to upgrade. This one's a keeper. Let me know in the comments if you also have a MacBook Air and what you think about it. I hope you found this helpful and useful. I'll see you in the next one. I love you.